Jolan true Centurions, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command. Orion Pirates and Fleet Admiral Tarek of the Dreadnought alias Morte, as we continue our campaign against the United Federation of Planets, and doing rather well, kicking some decent amounts of butt, and also getting a little bit of revenge for losing some of our pseudo-frigates. And yeah, not much more to say, other than the siege must continue. Let us go back into battle, although I think we are currently running low on pseudo-frigates. I'm not 100% sure on where we are at that point. Although, hopefully we'll have at least 2, because that could be important. Hit that red alert, increase speed, and check the bays. Oh, we have 3. Okay, good. So we did lose 1, but it was an annoying loss, and we're currently squaring off against a single dreadnought. It is a DNLX, and no other targets seen, although it is a PLPH-10 of green color, though, which I'm not quite sure what would match up with in the Sol system. Anyway, while we think about that, we are escorted today by IKV Sword of Kalos, as well as the IKV Warsong. And I do believe our ship, back during the Klingon campaign, our first D7 was called the Sword of Kalos. Or maybe it was the Sword of Moch. Yeah, it was the Sword of Moch, wasn't it? So let us focus on our primary enemy, and also let's not forget to activate the enveloping plasma torpedoes. We do have quite a bit of damage we need to dish out. Set our ECM, ECCM systems to the traditional 2-4 or 4-2, whatever takes your fancy. And there is also a DNG, which has recently come out of wherever. Let's see, Titan? No, Titan's not green, is it? I really don't know what this would be. We're going to have to look this up. Maybe you guys can find it for me and post it in the comments. What would be a green planetoid in the Sol system? Because, yeah, that doesn't look like any planet I've seen, although it does have a gigantic spot, so maybe Jupiter decided to have a sudden outbreak of gangrene. I know that doesn't quite work, but it had green in the title. So, not plasma torpedo, a probe going way out to figure out exactly what's going on here. Hopefully we'll be able to get some decent information here about what is exactly on this planet, or planetoid, whatever it may be. It is closed within a range of 36, and will soon give us accurate data from the planet itself, and it is equipped with... Oh boy. Oh, okay, so never mind. I thought for a second the Phaser 3s were actually Phaser 4s and quad mounts, and that would be terrifying. But no, this is our traditional planet phaser with the 8 photon torpedoes, the 8 Phaser 4s, the 16 Phaser 3s, so deadly enough, but handleable. So the DNL soaring on in as fast as its little nacelles will take it. It is one of the few ships that still has that sort of the original series style nacelles going on. Most of the other vessels in the game, when they start with that, will eventually upgrade to the motion picture style, which, from an aesthetic standpoint, I do prefer. But not so for the DNL, forever stuck as something small. Firing our pseudo torpedoes. This may be a little bit of a waste. I mean, we do have a lot of firepower. Probably would be better off to go for the DNG, but we're escorted here, so this is not a horrible trade. Although that DNG is definitely starting to come in. The USS Hampton is the name of our light dreadnought here. So and we are in a really nice position on the Hampton. We're on our stern, and the shuttle has been taken out by incoming missile fire from over there. So as soon as that attack ship goes away, we should be able to fire our heavies and get ready to fire with the light plasmas as well. We are going to close a little bit closer because he accelerates quickly, and a stern chasing plasma F is a plasma F that's not doing a whole heck of a lot of damage. So hopefully within a range of 5 is kind of where I want to be. If you turn hard on me, yeah, let's duck. Let's duck on out of here. Make sure that we don't take too much damage. We'll slip on behind the Warsong. Let him sort of take point on this. And the fighter's just doing a number on the Hampton. Did we get a name off of you? No, you're still just DNG. Or rather, we didn't look in time when you still had a name. So we'll come out of cloak because we're still relatively well protected. He's at a range of 5, although, wow, he really wanted us dead, which can't blame him. I mean, we are quite powerful. But still, not something I want to promote. So we will continue to soar away. USS Antares. Oh, an excellent name for a dreadnought. So we will steadily come around here. Make sure we head towards his stern. That's the main goal for us. Although with the speed that he's maintaining versus the speed we're maintaining, he's gonna get away. Frankly, I'm kind of content just to kind of sit here and let us be stuck at forever infinite range. Well, not infinite range, but like distant range. Although you may actually be turning inside of me, which is not cool. He has lost some shields. The light phaser fire coming from the 2 Klingon dreadnoughts, managing to punch through, and he's reversed his turn. which will be good for us. Let's kick up the speed a little bit. Plasma torpedoes, set them to normal mode just so we can have a little bit more speed and maneuverability along with charging our heavy weapons. Having them set to enveloping mode still does a number on trying to get accurate fire out. We have decloaked. It was just enough time being held that will allow us to soar on and stay on his stern, hopefully. Let's increase the speed a little bit. We got a nice little wave of missiles traveling with us, which that could... No, not this few many missiles. How many yeah, he's got with 4 anti-missile defense systems. He's not going to kill. We will just keep the fire up going, though. Continue to blast away. Plasma torpedo select. Ah, crap, why did we do that? We saw that he had dumped speed. Well, that'll be a little bit of a waste. Stern firing phasers. Let's deal some damages as soon as we can. And cloak. And we're cloaking because our stern shield is 0. Should have waited just a little bit on that turn. But we will survive. How much damage did we actually take from that? We've got no actual points of energy are down, but apparently a couple of the labs are a little bit dented. That will affect our shield recharge rate, so we're going to go ahead and fix that. And steadily come around here. Sorry, there is something clogged in my throat today, so having a little bit of trouble there. Steadily coming around. I'm pretty sure, almost positive, you're kind of dead. So fire some light phaser fire in there, see if we can't get something generated from it. Our Plasma F's not quite ready to go, so we're just kind of sitting here wasting time. He has lost his defensive tracking beams, and it'll be interesting. Nope, didn't get a chance to get there before he was destroyed. So that's all the defender vessels. Make sure that our shield reinforcement is set to the forward. It is coming here, enveloping plasma torpedoes. It's a planet siege time. This is where the real fun happens. And by real fun, I mean the somewhat wasted time, but at least it's not as bad as when you go after shipyards where you have to travel in between them after you blast them. So maintaining relatively low speed. Get the feeling that we're not quite at a decent enough shield status. I want to be above 20, but we might get that back after our plasma torpedoes finish fully charging, but then again, maybe not. 18.5 is where it's going to hold. So we'll have to slow down if we want our shields back. So he's equipped with 4 photon torpedoes, 4 phaser 4s, 16 phaser 3s. As long as we stay outside the range of 3, we don't have to worry about his phaser 3s. As long as we don't turn away from him, we don't have to worry about the fact that our stern shield right now is a glass shield. And if he should be firing at somebody. I haven't noticed him shoot yet. The two Klingon vessels getting up ahead of them. And the planet apparently decided to waste firepower on the fighters, although he did open fire on the war song and did a decent amount of damage there. Knifed through his forward shield. And oh crap, slow down. And heavy plasma torpedo select. And I'll stop. We're just going to sit here. And we're perfectly content to just let the heavy plasma torpedoes do the job. Light plasma torpedoes can't reach out to get there from here, so we're just going to sit here like this. And steadily bombard things. And if the planet was smart, the planet would realize that we are the most dangerous thing out here. Unfortunately, the planet currently is thinking that the Sword of Kalis is more deadly. The planet is very much mistaken. Because we are the only ones with plasma torpedoes. Plasma torpedoes, of course, being the only weapon worth anything against a planet like this. That's not entirely true, but we're definitely much more dangerous than anything else he's got. So we're starting to get all the damage down. I don't think he's got any shields left. It's kind of hard to read the screen because it's just covered in stuff. It'd be nice if it was just a little bit bigger, but we don't want the MFTs to, you know, get in the way of too much of the eye candy. So waiting for the plasma torpedoes to continually recharge. That is the only downside to playing Romulan, is the fact that it just takes so long in between salvos. That said, we fire. Oh, it's very, very powerful. So a lot more firepower going out, blasting down more shields. How are you doing on Marines? Not that button, but this button and that button. He's down to 10. So let's start getting close, because I think most of his systems are offline at this point. That'll be one more barrage before he should be completely helpless before us. As long as the Klingons keep up that consistent phaser firepower. Yeah, he's lost everything. So increase the speed, select all plasma torpedoes once we get within a range of 10, and those plasma torpedoes are charged. Massive salvo. Get that out there. Follow up, of course, with phaser firepower. Just take away steadily. And beam everybody over. All stop. Make sure we don't smash into the planet so that we can steal the planet. And bing, bang, boom, and done. Good work, everybody. An excellent job all around. Romulans have taken control of the odd green-like Jupiter. Still got it. I'm sure there's got to be some sort of green body in space. And I don't mean like turquoise, like Uranus and Neptune. They're much more blue. So 670 prestige is our reward. So we're just going to keep the pressure on as best as we can. We do it quite well. Unfortunately, the surprise reverse came up, and we must go on this mission. Unfortunately, High Command has decided that we're not allowed to continue to pound the planet. They need us to go hunt pirates. Or, in this case, Marak. Which, is there any real difference? Apparently it's just a whole bunch of frigates, so I'm not all that concerned. We're just going to kick the energy up to full power. There we go. Are we actually... Yeah, we're still at super high speed of time. So just get the speed all the way up there so that we're traveling as fast as we can. And I'm just seeing a ton of frigates. Not sure which one's the biggest one. DFR, DF, FLGR, FLG, DFR Piranha. We'll start with you. Actually, we'll slow down time so we're at a normal time. And deploy the pseudo-frigates. And you can attack. And you can attack. And you may attack. Excellent. And we'll focus all our firepower on the DFR. We will, of course, fire one of these just to soak up whatever point defense system they may have. That way, our pseudo-frigates are a little bit more effective. Prep with the heavy plasma torpedoes. Start to slow way down. And fire everything. Heavy phasers, get ready to follow up immediately. Didn't need to. Okay, set our... Come on, select target. There we go. We'll go after this one, the FLGX. Equipped with two C-Racks and then 2 Phaser X's, 2 Phaser 3s. The C-Racks are, of course, capable of firing twice per turn, which is very effective at trying to get decent salvos out. Unfortunately, not so amazingly effective that you'd be stunned and surprised. It's cool to be able to shoot, twice, which means effectively an over a single turn salvo will end up being 4. And you can sort of saturate phaser defenses with that, but still, you'd want more. The Seas are an interesting choice for smaller vessels. So steadily coming back around, we are taking our time here. Have you managed to deal any damage at all yet? Yeah, a little bit. You've taken out a couple of things. Our phasers, unfortunately, not particularly powerful, not particularly numerous, so it takes us a while to do anything. But we will get a nice shot in here. Hopefully they will decloak and shoot things, because we do kind of have to kill them all sometime soon before they turn on, because that would be bad. I'm just trying to get all the phasers to face them at the same time. Hopefully we can get overload spike and, blow them up in one shot. I don't anticipate that happening, but I have hope. 44 damage, not quite enough to completely wipe him out. We will, of course, pass over him and get him into the stern arc and hit him with everything, and that did take him out. And how are you doing? Apparently not all that well. You're just sort of muddling around him, even though you have a plasma torpedo ready to go. We will have plasma torpedoes ready to fire. So let's fire the light ones. No, we need the light ones to fire with... unfortunately, none of them are going to be quite ready yet. Lights, because we're point blank range here. And we're going to be passing over them, which means we won't get our phasers on target. That's not grand. Hi, I'm going to send an S-type plasma torpedo your way. And as soon as I can get on target, I'll probably send 2 more phasers. Thank you. That took him out. No trouble at all. And another R-type plasma torpedo as soon as I get the range on. Although I would like the... Okay, that works. That definitely works too. Not going to complain. Now we have 3 pseudo-frigates all ready to go after this same guy. Just make sure that they have the orders properly. Go after him full bore. Don't worry about anything. And long-range plasma fire as soon as we hit 15. There we go. No reason not to. Hey, the pseudo-frigate took care of him. See, 3 ships taken care of pretty much mostly by the pseudo-frigates alone. That should tell you something. Yeah, the current rank of pseudo-frigate that we're hauling right now is just hilariously strong. I'm a huge fan. 300 prestige for that little bit of cleanup work. And a Marak task group taken care of. And the tile taken. It's not worth much, but hey, it's a tile, and we've taken it. So let's go on another homeworld assault. See if we can't finish this one kind of quick. We are sort of running low on time now.
All hands to battle post.
Ooh. That's always sad. So, Saturn, well known for its incredibly dangerous, thick, and beautiful rings, has a nasty habit of blowing up ships that are defending it. The reason is because these rings exist, I do believe, and one of the spawn points is inside one of these rings. I don't know if that can be resolved with the planet mod that's being made, but it kind of should be, because he was supposed to have help, and he's just a DNL. I think he is anyway. No, he's a DNG. But he was supposed to have help, and, well, he died because his help showed up inside Saturn's rings and exploded. Anyway, we are actually invading Saturn now. A single DNG is currently holding up against us, and we are escorted today by IKV Quake, so Monster Kill, and IKV Dire Slayer. And the planet is PL-16, so no sort of defensive systems on board, or PL-6. The USS something, though. So this should be relatively easy of a battle. Would have been harder if his friend hadn't been killed, but I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouse. So, gift horse in the mouse? Really? What? In the mouth. So let's set our systems up to full power. Not that. This. Thank you. And full power. Reinforcement. Check our budget. Make sure that we have something that we are currently going to tap in for engine power. I'm not going to be too concerned about the rate at which we close with them, because I am anticipating all our plasma torpedoes should be ready by then. God, I wish I could get this stuff out of my throat, and it's just not happening. Wonder how that's going to come through on the recording. Yeah. The Quake is decently well armed. Only 5 missile launchers. I thought I would have figured a C9 would have like 6 to 8. But I guess not. Although he does have 6 forward-firing disruptors, which is a pretty considerable number if you consider the disruptor a dangerous weapon, which it can be. The disruptor is best when it's shooting against someone trying to run away, because they can't try and drag shields away from you. Incoming photon torpedo fire, accurate photon torpedo fire. Fire all the pseudos. He doesn't have any friends, so this should be effective against this. And we'll slow down just a little bit so that we can keep our range a little bit distant and wait for the crash stop. And there it is, so we'll turn all the way back in, and while we do so, deploy all the pseudo frigates to harassment mode. He does have considerable defenses. We don't want to test them. We'll be perfectly content to allow our guys to sort of keep at range. So USS Richmond, about to be on the receiving end of a lot of firepower. We are going to slow down. And if you could take out that shuttle, that would be very useful, but you're not going to, so wait for it, fire! And cloak. And Richmond is about to, suffer the pain. He's lost all of his shields except for a very light forward shield, which is about to go down thanks to a whole bunch of plasma F torpedoes from the pseudo frigates. We are going to pull away from him, and I think we're going to double mine on top of him. I know it's kind of a waste of a mine, but it'll be interesting to see if he just tries to run right through it. Nope, he's trying to turn back to Saturn. He's trying to run for the rings, as it were, but that's not going to help him. Not in the position that he's in. Well, pretty much on our own, we've knocked him down to half. And now the light mine damage, just adding insult to injury. He does have photon torpedoes still armed, apparently. Unfortunately, he will not have a chance to use them. So as we cut across right in front of him, I thought about decloaking, and I also thought about dropping a mine, but that's not going to happen. May as well save the mines, save the damage that he would deal to us if we decloaked. He does, after all, still have a photon torpedo ready to go, because he's going to die very, very soon. So probably not this plasma torpedo, although it is a possibility. Yeah, 15 damage from that wasn't enough to break him, although if Quake comes in with a decent phaser spread, which he doesn't quite have yet, he could probably kill him pretty quickly. We'll come out of cloak now, and maybe we can get in here with a decent phaser spread. I'd like to get a little bit closer. Perfect. A little bit of a long-range phaser shot there, but it managed to grab the kill, and we will call all of our little pseudo frigates back on home. Get back here. And now we will go after the planet. Increase the speed of time and travel towards the rings, which are scary. I mean, they just blew up one of its defenders. What do you think it'll do to me? Come on, get back on board. Thank you. Don't want you accidentally blowing yourself up. That would be sad. Increase our speed so that we can get there as quickly as possible. Also, check the Marines. Hi, 20. That's not bad. So we're lined up with the planet now. And make sure we're on helm so that we can crash stop this sucker, because we need to start slowing down right now. Get ready to crash. Stop. Emergency stop. Okay. We are perfectly happy to stay a little bit closer, actually. But in the meantime, fire all heavies. There we go. This is what we're going to say. All up and select. Just shoot. Blast as much as you can. How many Marines you got left? 5. We're almost there. Very close to being there, because I think we have 6 transporters, and I would like to be a little bit more in control of that. There we go. we only have enough Marines for one more homeworld assault, so we're going to have to go return probably in the next episode. Come on. All heavy weapons. Let's finish grabbing this planet. Big plasma torpedoes. Bombarding. Destroying. I'm assuming there's some kind of science station in the rings or something that we're capturing, because obviously you can't land on a gas giant. Just wouldn't work that way. Homeworld captured, apparently. So Saturn has now been made part of our little constellation that we're building, and we are at an Empire defense of 40. Oh, they are getting close to being taken down. Another 8 more missions, I think, of blasting through this, and then we will finally have captured the system. But that will have to wait for another time. I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.